Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for continuing to be part of this mental health journey. Today we are talking about something deep, something many people are going through silently: trauma. Sometimes people say, just forget about it, move on. But the truth is, trauma is not something you just forget about it. It stays in the mind and sometimes in the body. And if it is not understood or healed, it can affect how you think, how you feel, and how you live your life. Let's understand it together. What is trauma? Trauma is an emotional and psychological response to a deeply distressing or overwhelming experience. It happens when something feels, one, too painful, meaning it hurts you deeply, either emotionally or physically. For example, losing a loved one like a parent or a close friend. The sadness can feel very deep and hard to bear. Number two, we have too frightening, meaning it scares you a lot. For example, being involved in a car accident. The fear and shock can make you feel unsafe or shaken. Number three, we have too sudden, meaning it happens unexpectedly without warning. For example, losing a job without any warning. You didn't expect it, so it can leave you confused and stressed. Number four, too much to handle, meaning it feels bigger than what you can cope with at that moment. For example, having many problems at once, like school pressure, family issues, and financial stress, all happening together. It can feel overwhelming and hard to cope. Trauma is not only about what happened, it is about how your mind and body responded. There's an important point I want you to note. Two people can go through the same situation but experience it differently. One may cope well, while another may feel deeply affected. That does not mean one is stronger than the other. It simply means people process experiences differently. Let's look at real life examples. These are things that happen in our daily life. In children, a child who grows up in a home where there's constant shouting or violence may begin to feel unsafe all the time. In a teenager who is bullied repeatedly may begin to feel worthless and avoid school completely. In an adult involved in a serious accident may later fear traveling or being in similar environments. Trauma is not always visible, but it is deeply felt. Let's look at types of trauma. We have acute trauma, chronic trauma, and complex trauma. Let's discuss and understand them one by one. Let's look at acute trauma. This is caused by a single overwhelming event. For example, road accident, sudden loss of a loved one, and natural disaster. Just know, even one event can have a lasting impact. Let's look at chronic trauma. This happens when a person is exposed to stress, whole harm over a long period of time. For example, in this, we have ongoing abuse. This means someone is being hurt physically, emotionally, or verbally again and again over time. For example, a child is constantly insulted, shouted at, or beaten by a caregiver every day. We have also domestic violence. This is when someone is hurt or controlled by a partner or family member at home. It can be physical, emotional, or even financial. For example, a husband eating his wife or controlling her money and not allowing her to leave the house. There is also a long-term bullying. This is when someone is repeatedly picked on, teased, or hurt by others over a long period of time. For example, a student being mocked, called names, or excluded by classmates every day for months. This type of trauma slowly affects a person's mental health over time. Let's look at complex trauma. This involves multiple traumatic experiences, often starting from childhood. For example, growing up in an unstable home where there is neglect, abuse, or lack of emotional support. This can affect self esteem, relationships, and emotional regulation. People with complex trauma may not even realize that their current struggle are connected to their past. Let's look at how trauma affects the mind and the body. Trauma is not just in your thoughts, it also affects your body and nervous system. Let's look at how trauma affects our minds. We have constant fear or anxiety, flashbacks, nightmares, and difficulty concentrating. Let's look at physical effects of trauma. We have fast heartbeat, sweating, body tension, and fatigue. Let's look at survival mode for a person going through trauma. When trauma happens, your body goes into survival mode. One, we have fight. This means you try to face the danger and defend yourself. For example, someone tries to attack you and you push them away and shout to protect yourself. Two, we have flight. This means you try to escape from the danger. For example, you see a dangerous dog chasing you and you run away to stay safe. Three, we have freeze. This means your body becomes still and you feel unable to move or react. For example, during an accident or a scary moment, you just stand there, unable to speak or move. Even after the danger is gone, the body may continue to react as if it is still there. Let's look at signs and symptoms of trauma. One, we have emotional signs. In this, a person experiences fear, sadness, hunger, and feeling numb. Two, we have behavioral signs. This is how a person behaves when in trauma. We have avoiding certain places or people, withdrawing from others, being easily triggered, and difficult trusting. Three, we have physical signs where we have poor sleep, headaches, low energy, and body pain. Sometimes people say, I don't know what's wrong with me. But in reality, their body is responding to trauma. Let's look at real life examples. For children, a child becomes aggressive or very quiet after experiencing abuse. For teenagers, a teen avoids school, isolates themselves, or becomes emotionally distant. For adults, an adult avoids certain places, struggles with relationships, or feels constantly on edge. Trauma can shape how a person sees themselves, other people, and the world. Let's look at trauma in today's world. Today, many people experience trauma due to loss of loved ones, accidents, violence, or insecurity. We have also financial struggles and family conflicts. Again, social media and constant exposure to distressing news, and also even watching negative events repeatedly. can affect your mental health over time. Let's look at healing from trauma. Just know healing is possible, but it takes time and it requires patience and support. One, you have to acknowledge the experience, meaning don't ignore it, don't suppress it. Two, talk about it with someone you trust or a professional. Three, practice self care. What do I mean when I say this? Please rest, eat well, and be gentle with yourself. Four, we have grounding techniques. That is, focus on the present moment, breathing slowly and observing your surroundings. Five, we have professional help. Just know that therapy helps you process and heal. Please take note. Healing is not about forgetting. It is about learning how to live without the pain controlling you. When to seek help? Please seek help if you feel overwhelmed most of the time. You have flashbacks or nightmares. You avoid many situations and you feel disconnected from yourself or others. Now, as I conclude, trauma can feel heavy, like something you carry inside that no one else can see. But healing is possible. You are not broken. You are responding to what you went through. If you are struggling, please don't stay silent. You can contact me directly. My details are in my bio. We can also have an online counseling session. Take your time, be patient with yourself. Healing is a journey. Your mental health matters. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.